Hey guys, my name is Joshua.
And my name is Chirag.
And welcome to the Outspoken Brothers podcast. So today we're going to talk about the matrix and how to escape the matrix. So Chirag, what is the matrix?
So before talking about how we can escape the matrix, we first have to understand the matrix. So by matrix, many of you guys maybe saw the movie called The Matrix, what kind of helps you understand what we are talking about. And by matrix, we are defining the life from growing up as a child in the kindergarten to school, secondary school, university, and then to your job. So all that together, when you grow up, the whole thing is like a little game. So it's a game, it's your life game, and that's what we define under matrix. When you go to school, when you follow the rules, when you start to go to university, you're studying, go into debt, and pay off your debts, and take a 9 to 5, and all this together is a big matrix for us, because you are living in a little bubble. You're not allowed to go outside to enjoy your life, to be passionate, to follow your passion and try to create and achieve something big. No, you're just a regular worker, working 9 to 5, 40 hours a week, not able to travel around the world, maybe even get into a mortgage and get into more debts because you're going to buy a house. And so all these things together kind of just settle you down, and you're always in your town and you're always in your country, and your brain is kind of controlled by social media and the news, and it all just leads you into the way you have to go and where the government and the majority just tells you to go. And that's what I think is the matrix. So by escaping the matrix, we're just talking about to control your mind, not letting social media and the news, we're just putting rubbish into your brain, and you just think, okay, this is going to happen if you do this because XYZ in the news just told you that in the morning. No, please, you have to understand your belief, where it comes from, and just really study your beliefs. Is it really true, or just someone told you that? So escaping the matrix is about escaping and controlling your mind. You have to understand and you have to know what information you are feeding your brain with. So escaping the matrix is also escaping the 9 to 5, but especially escaping the rubbish and the news. But it's basically just controlling your mind. That's what the matrix and escaping the matrix is. So Joshua, maybe you can tell us about how can we control our mind and really escape the matrix, or maybe you can also tell us what kind of role does financial freedom plays in escaping the matrix.
Okay, so most people, or you can say most viewers, will view escaping the matrix as being now 100% financial free. So talking about making now millions or maybe even billions and having a lot of money. So many, especially young people, think making money is actually the way to escape the matrix. But actually, if you think it in a bigger perspective, it's not only about financial freedom. So yeah, financial freedom is good, but it doesn't really make you escape the matrix. So what makes you escape the matrix? What makes you escape the matrix is inner peace. So what does that mean? So inner peace is making yourself feel comfortable and know, okay, I feel comfortable, I know what I'm doing. I'm calm and I know exactly what I want to do in my life. And you knowing what to do in your life will exactly make you escape the matrix. So like Chirag said, this whole system created by the government where you start as a student, and then it's kind of like a rat race. You chase to get your degree, to get into a university. After university, you get your job, and then you get your money, and then you get the pension, and a little bit of holiday. This is the system the government wants you. But what is the system what you guys want?
Yeah.
So that is how we differently define it.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Very good, Joshua. The way you explained it, it was very compact, so thank you very much. And of course, like Joshua just told you guys, it's not about just working and maybe go to holiday one week in a year. It's about living your life, right? There's so much to explore, and there it is so much more than just 9 to 5 and holiday. So maybe you can just open your mind and think outside of the box, getting out of your comfort zone, and maybe just take the step, take the risk, and go for it, right?
Yeah.
So yeah.
So there's not really a connection with matrix or living in a materialistic world. So you guys have to kind of be free to nature in a metaphorically description. So how can we all do it? So to do it, you have to kind of have, first of all, like Shirk said, you have to control your brain. So this means that you know what to do and you're more open-minded. For instance, if you're just watching news and that's fake news, it's kind of the system, it's what the government wants you to kind of watch. Oh, okay, I'm watching the news. So who decides the news? The government decides the news. It depends where you're living. You're living in America and is talking bad about, for example, talking bad about Iran. Then, oh, okay, so this is the perspective of America about Iran. What you guys don't really know if this is true or if it's not true. So try to free your mind and stop trying to get connected into the things what the government or the things what people want you to hear.
Yeah, and of course, by controlling your mind, it's also very important to not only, if you got like a source where one information is coming from, you always have to double or triple check it, because it's not, maybe the one who told you that, you have to keep in mind, okay, so does the person really want something good for me? Is he, what he's telling right now, is it good for me? And is the person always nice to me, or he only wants something bad, so he told me something different? And you always have to check. And if he told you, okay, so someone said this, okay, you don't have to listen to the one who told you that someone said something. You have to really ask the person who said it, or you have to do some research and just don't believe everything people are telling. No, that doesn't mean, even if it's the news, not everything the news says is real, right? Not everything in YouTube is also real. So you always have to just check everything, check where your beliefs are coming from, and choose your source wisely.
Guys, so you guys have to kind of...
Yeah, don't be a modern slave for money. So what is slavery? Briefly tell you guys what it meant. Like the days before, in the past, people were slaves and they worked for food, or they worked for something to live, like a house. And that's what they did because they had to work to live, to eat. What's going on now? You have to work not to live, but you have to work to get money to live. So that's all just a modern version of slavery, because you don't have to, it shouldn't be that you have to work in order to live. You can live because you wanted to live, and not because you have to work and then you are able to live. No, that's slavery mindset. You have to break out of the bubble and just create your own life and live their life. So be passionate and follow your passion.
Yeah, so guys, like Shirk said, live your life and don't be really connected into the system. Don't kind of follow it. Do what your rational thoughts make you want to feel free, and try to do the best out of every situation. And yeah, so actually the matrix doesn't really have anything to do with financial aspects. Of course, if you have money, then you're more comfortable, you can do what you want, but does that really mean that you escape the matrix? It doesn't really have to do anything to it. For example, look at many celebrities like Brad Pitt, who talks about having his whole life depression, and people say, well, Brad Pitt escaped the matrix. But if he escaped the matrix, then how does he have depression? And how is he stuck in his house and can't even go out? So try not to really be so obsessed, and like Shirk said, to be a slave to get as much money as possible. That's not the way to escape it. The way to escape it is just really doing what you want, what makes you happy and what makes you feel free. Know what your parent wants, know what the school wants, know what the government, what you want, what your rational mind wants.
Yes.
So yeah, guys.
Follow your passion and stick to it. Don't let any circumstances define the way you live, and don't let the slavery mind control your brain. Be careful, guys.
Yes.
So that's it, guys, for today's episode, which was called
The Matrix and How to Escape the Matrix. And we will definitely talk more about it, maybe the upcoming episodes. And thank you guys for listening.
Thank you guys for listening. This was the Outspoken Brothers podcast. See you soon, guys.